politics now. My 14-year-old,
Mhm.
and I told her, look, I'm gonna tell you why I view things this way. But in the next presidential election, you're gonna be old enough to vote. And what you're gonna want to do is start identifying what you agree with, what you disagree with, and what you want to be your political affiliation, if any. Because I told her, like, right now, the way I know you am, you're like to the left. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, I know she's only 14, and the fact that she's trying to get involved at this age, I'm kind of proud of her because she's not just she's asking questions rather than just following the TikTok trend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as
So
she
I
should.
kind of appreciate that. So I told her, like, I'm not gonna she knows me. She thinks I'm hardcore MAGA conservative. I told her, nah, babe, I'm libertarian to the right. You know what I mean? Because I'm all about do what you want to do, live how you want to live. But um there are some things on the conservative agenda that I agree with more than the Democrat agenda. But anyways, for those that are just tapping in right now, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are doing a political live here. My homeboy Hunt is here with me too. Make sure y'all read that hat before y'all make a
Start
decision.
jumping in here and thinking I'm one of them people.
But yeah, man. Hey, first things first. Let's talk about what's breaking news right now
Well, yeah.
out
Well,
there.
before we get into that, I want to caveat off a question.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Kids are the same because my oldest was like that a couple of years ago. When he was really wanting to be a lawyer, and he asked me some questions, and he
Mm-hmm.
he kind of identifies, in my opinion, as conservative, and I'm like, what the
Mm.
fuck? Like, but the thing is, too, I don't push my political ideas on them. I
Mm-hmm.
sat down and had a conversation with him. I'm like, okay, so it was just like in school they did this thing, right? And he's like, yeah, I agree with this, I agree with this, and this. And he's like, I think I lean in more Republican or conservative. I was like, okay. I was like, so let's talk more about it. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, this isn't about me or my views or anything like that. Just what you want to do. I think one of his main things was the abortion thing. That's where me and him kind of differ in. Like he
Mm-hmm.
is not for abortion, which I get that he get it from his mother. His mother's very much anti-abortion, but I think that's his main thing is that he's anti-abortion.
And yeah, that's definitely one of those topics that are very difficult to have, especially with a child at that age. But I'll tell you, like for me, I'm pro-life. I am pro-life 100%. Well, except in the exception of when it's something that's forced upon you per se.
Yeah.
Whether it's through family, the Targaryen way,
Yeah.
or whether it's the other way that is forced upon you. So, or that and the quality of life of the child, if it's going to be born deformed or you know going to be more. It's going to take more to take care of the child than the child's even going to know. You know what I mean? If I hope that makes sense to those of y'all that are watching this in the replay, and those that are here in the live. I don't know who's in the live. The shit was sent out, but cool. But yeah, let's go to some breaking news, y'all. Oh. So if y'all haven't heard yet, that lady Kim Cheadle, she finally decided to stop being the director of the Secret Service. Honestly, it's about damn time. She should have got a relief for cause NCOER immediately after,
Immediately.
immediately, because I mean, she had to rear the piece, face the piece, fall in as soon if you're field artillery, you get that phrase. But yeah, man, what do you think? How do you feel about her? I don't know if you saw the yesterday's.
Congressional hearing.
Yeah.
I was kind of asleep in and out of it, but
Okay. Yeah. So what did
uh,
you catch out of it?
listen, I think this is what America needed to see. Like America's darling AOC, which I love AOC. I don't even want to, what I'm saying. But anyway, she was even talking about, listen, this is a failure. It doesn't matter how much she. Well, I'm not. This is what she basically said, in my opinion. Right? I am
Mm-hmm.
putting words in her mouth at this point. She basically said, I don't give a fuck about Donald Trump, but to see a former president of the United States almost get assassinated is the wrong fucking answer.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand fucking Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that you have seen it on all my platforms. I was talking about, like, yo, this is wrong. There is
Oh
no
yeah.
reason why a former president of the United States, his life was in danger like that. I can't stand Trump. I don't wish any harm upon him, but there is no reason why and there's failures. There's a lot of failures that happened. The Republicans had questions about it. Democrats had questions about it. Why? What happened? Without getting on my high horse, I do think that some of those questions should have been done in a private setting in a skiff because they can lead to TTPs and failures of TTPs. So I do believe because of that, some of that stuff should have been done
Do
in
you
a
have any
private setting.
examples?
Well, she was talking about like this. One thing was talking about snipers and counter snipers.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I heard. No, we don't need to put out here anything about our snipers and our counter snipers. This is TTPs that we have, so we're not
Mm-hmm.
doing that. Some of the things that we learned from our investigation that could potentially be exploited in the future, we don't need
Mm-hmm.
to talk about that. That's why I say some of that stuff should have been held in a more secure setting so that way those lawmakers can get the answers.
Okay. I could agree with some of that. I'll say some. I can agree with some of that, but a lot of the questions that they were asking is about the failure that happened, not okay, I'll tell you what I didn't like because I watched the whole thing from beginning to end, and what I didn't like was for somebody who says that the buck stops with her, she sure did a whole lot of we're waiting for the FBI, we're waiting for the FBI, we're waiting for the FBI, or in other words, she wasn't.
Forthcoming.
She was doing what we call tap dancing. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I say, like, I think it should have been behind closed doors.
She would have
There's
done the
some,
same thing, bro. She was just there was some things that she said she couldn't answer, which I get, but something like the names and stuff like that. Okay, I get it. But as far as like, why did you say that the slope was what kept people from being on there? Come on now. Or why can't she just give an answer of yes, no, or classified? I would take a classified versus, a defer you to the FBI, or because it just sounds more incompetent than everything. And again, the whole lack of knowledge that she had. And I think that she should have done this like immediately after the shooting, came out there and been like, hey, just so you all know, we are doing an investigation on this. We have kind of like what happens after every mass shooting. The chief of police goes up there,
unless you're
law
in
enforcement.
Uvalde.
Hmm?
Unless you're in Uvalde.
Well, he's locked up. You know that, right?
Yeah, finally. Thank God.
I mean, that was a tough one, especially if you got kids. That was a tough one. But I want to talk a little bit about politics, man. I want to hear the case because right now it seems that everybody's got Kamala Harris's back, so we might be having a possible Harris. But before we go there, I do want to say one thing. I do want to say one quick thing. I was with those of Biden needs to get out. He needs to drop out of the race. Let him serve his time and Chuck deuces. All right. But now I hear others saying like, well, if he's not capable for running again, they should, just have him 25th Amendment that ass, and he can't serve. Like, no, look, man, let the man bow out gracefully. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no point in going through the whole swearing in ceremony and all that. And honestly, I don't believe that the Honorable Mrs. Harris deserves the title of president, especially being the first female president. She does not deserve to go in the books for that. That's just my opinion because she blew her way up there literally. But go ahead, Pimp. Make your case. Well, if you have anything rebuttal on that, go ahead. And I would like you to also make your case as to our listeners who may be on the fence on why Kamala should get your vote over Trump.
I don't think I really have a strong case other than the fact I hate Trump. Like, I'm just gonna be blunt with you. Like, I don't care. Like, listen. Well, one, Kamala Harris already secured all the delegates she needed. As of this morning, she has already secured all the delegates she needs when in a couple of weeks when they go to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got it locked in. She's going to be the Democratic nominee for president, 100%. Now we just got to figure out who the vice president is going to be, right? As far as that go, like, I understand that like everybody can say that, oh, Project 2025 is just a myth. There's safeguards in place. There's this, there's that, there's this, there's that. But we cannot afford it. Can you imagine if the left's plan got leaked? Like if the left had a Project 2025 and it got leaked, can you imagine what would happen if they said, you know what, we're going to set up this shadow government. We're going to make sure that something like what Gavin Newsom did in California, but we're going to do that 10 times worse. So can you imagine if that got leaked and then all of a sudden that you know that a presidential candidate at one point in time was tied to that and backed it? Can you imagine how the right would feel? And would you think that the right would be like, oh, it's just conspiracy, it's nothing going on, this is just bullshit, blah, 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 blah? No, this is why we cannot afford it. We can't afford somebody that is going to try to stay in power. We already seen the guy do hey, call Georgia. Hey, listen, I just need to find this so I can stay in here. We've seen it. We've seen the fake electors in Arizona, in Georgia, and those in like 2 other states. We've seen these things where somebody is so desperate for power, right, that is willing to subvert the Constitution. The one thing that everybody loves in this country is willing to subvert it, and people are following it. No one, I don't care who gets mad at this. You cannot love America or the Constitution and have this Constitution is the best thing in the world if you are not willing to wake up and see what happened in 2020. Instead of somebody saying, you know what, you beat me. I asked for recounts like I am legally allowed to. He's legally allowed to ask for recounts. Do it, fine. But when those recounts come back and you still lost, and then you still try to put in fake electors, this is a problem. It just is, man. And we can't afford to have a king, dictator, fucking strong man, fucking oligarch. We can't afford it.
Right. And cool. I mean, I get what you're saying. And like I said, I'm gonna let you go ahead and say all that. Anybody that wants to rebut that, hey, come on down, hit it in the comments, y'all. Because I'm gonna be neutral on this one today. I just want to see what the case is, because in my opinion, it's not conspiracy with the left. We already know what their plan is. We see it happening. Like you said, look at Gavin Newsom. He already did it in California. So
you see what's happening with the left.
Yeah, okay, it's happened. The one with Trump is a hypothetical. It's hypothetical, and he's denounced it. So I'm just saying. I'm just going on my point of view. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now,
matter of fact, this is why I can tell you that I do my best to stay non-biased. I just told you about the bullshit that Gavin Newsom is doing, and I vote left, and I'm like, no, that's fucking wrong.
Right.
And I have no problem calling it out on it. No one is ever going to say that they never hear me say that. I think that that's okay. I have a problem with it because once again, it involves children and it involves their parents. Now, I'm a weird leftist. I'm a weird liberal, right? Because I believe in the Second Amendment wholeheartedly. And I'll be damned if someone try to take that away.
They try to bring that up during the hearing yesterday about, how the AR is a weapon of war. It's a weapon of war. Let me ask you something. Do you believe the 9mm is a weapon of war?
So I think
just a simple yes.
That's what I say.
Is the 9mm semi-automatic handgun is it a weapon of war?
It is a weapon of war, but I think there is more fear of the AR-15 and it's what it can do at a longer range and it has a fuller magazine. So I think there's that fear. So I do believe that every weapon is a weapon of war. I'm not going to be stupid. It is, but I think there's more fear of that AR-15 than there is of a goddamn 9mm. Shotguns are weapons of war. You have motherfuckers taking shotguns and breaching doors.
Exactly.
It's weapons of war, but at the same time, it's just a little more scary because it is something that and I think it's because it was at one point the predecessor to the AR. Well, the M16, which is the body style for that, was a fully automatic. I just think there's fear of it, plain and simple.
That's all it is. And the reason that there's fear is because they refuse to actually go out and handle it. And
it's better than the AK-47 as far as like smoother to fire. In my
opinion. Yeah, but if Trump would have been hit with a 7.62, it wouldn't just be an ear, homie. That would have been a chunk of his fucking right head out the way. I'm just saying. So, but no, at the end of the day, they try to make it a two-way thing. Like, they try to say. They try to, suck in and I got to give her credit for that. She stuck by her guns. They kept asking her, like, if there were less guns around, would it make your job easier? and she's like, our job's already hard no matter what. So she did a good way of dancing around that one.
But
I like the way she did that.
This is a problem too, from my point of view, because I reposted the video that I seen. This guy, he made a very good argument. He says, when the president gets, by AR-15, they wear pillows on their ear to show support.
Mm-hmm.
When kids get by AR-15, the MAGAs wear AR-15 lapel pins to show they support AR-15s. Make it make sense.
One is to show support as far as like that they're standing with the president. The other one is to show, because nobody's making it an AR support. No one on the right was making it a support or take away your right to bear arms or your right to bear whatever weapon you want. However, when something happens with these kids, the first thing people want to do is talk about ban the AR. And I'll say it again to anybody that is owner, go on ahead and turn it in then. I'm gonna be right back. You tell the folks how you feel about the 2A. I gotta go freshen up my coffee. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So this is my rebut to him. Right. Once again, and I want everybody to understand this. Like, when you have the president that had that happen, nobody was wearing the lapel pins. None of the MAGA people. Far too often, when it's come to kids that get it, we see that these people show up to the hearings. They got their little lapel pins with the AR-15, with all that shit. Now, I got it. Once again, like I said before, I don't want to see any harm come to anybody. President, the ex-president, president, anything. That, especially those people, that's a bad look. But when people will do that, will wear a lapel pin after children have been slaughtered and be like, oh, well, I'm wearing this lapel pin. The crazy dude used this type of weapon to do this to these kids, and I'm wearing this pin. It's a slap in the face to the parents, to the kids, to everybody.
I agree with that.
And then
I agree.
You don't have the balls to do it because your favorite god emperor does it, gets hurt. It's a slap in the face.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, I honestly haven't seen anybody wear AR-15 pins or anything like that during that, so I can't speak on it. I'll speak on the fucking, the maxi pad that they had on the side. Mm-hmm. I think, first of all, that's just going too far too soon. If they want to wear it, go ahead, but just know y'all look retarded. It's kind of like when Nelly had that little bandage under his eye and everybody started doing that as a style. Whatever. Not my thing. I don't care. They just look ridiculous. Let's be real. They look ridiculous. I get it that some folks say it's cultish actions. Mm-hmm. Some people just support who they support. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. You're a diehard BLM movement supporter. So, you
am I or do I do this to piss people off?
I don't know. Like, whatever we talk about offline, we talk about offline. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I will say this. I will say this about being offline. Going back to when Trump got hit, you did immediately in our chat group, you were like, hey, that's some bullshit that shouldn't be happening, whether it's Trump or whoever else it is, So I want to circle back like Jen Psaki. You know how I've been talking about that fucking water tower forever. Like, why wasn't anybody on that water tower? And it's like, finally, somebody agreed with me. There was a motherfucker who I guess went out there to Butler to the field and was like, how come nobody was up on that water tower? Well, holy shit. Finally, I get some kudos, because I knew what the fuck I was talking about, because I've been in planning on fucking missions. You know what I'm saying? And we look for threats. And
you know what's scary?
What's that, boss?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No. I want to know what's scary. I want to know what's scary.
He had a drone with him that he used to survey the thing. Now, what have we seen that goddamn Ukraine and Russia has been doing? So this is why I say certain things should not be leaked to the fucking public. That's why it has to be closed settings. So now that we found out that this dude had a drone with him, this motherfucker, the next, like, heaven forbid, the next motherfucker gets smart and put some HME on a fucking drone. Mm-hmm. What measures are they going to do to counter this? Because that motherfucker could be sitting up a few yards away. I don't know how far the drone, some of these things can go far. set up far away, come in, drop that HME on somebody. Like,
and to double tap on that, for those that are wondering what HME is, it's homemade
explosives.
Explosive. I don't care if they're gonna fucking take me down or not. And probably the FBI is viewing me now anyway. So, but yeah, here I don't give a shit, man. You know how. Oh, by the way, full disclosure, I don't know if you saw it that one time you were on TikTok. I actually had your TikTok live streaming on here live.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, dog. Because I found out I could do that. I was like, oh shit.
So that made me why my fucking shit was going up, man. Because I was like, 300 people in here.
Oh, word. Now, I mean, you had a good discussion going on that day. I just couldn't take it no more because it's always black, white, black, white, black, white. And I can only deal with that so much because it's like, fuck, man. Y'all know there's another demographic here, you know, but hey, it's all gravy, baby. We just outbreed y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, some of us are helping it.
Yes, y'all are. Yes, y'all are.
Walk past them motherfuckers without getting pregnant. Yeah.
All I'm. Oh man, it's a trip though, man. I mean, who do you think is? Do you have any idea or any? Who do you want? I should say, whether for a VP selection for her. Who do you think would be best suited to compliment her?
Bro, I don't know. That's the thing though, because this Shapiro guy, I don't know nothing about him. The dude in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Somebody was talking about the Joker over there in Kentucky. Like, no, the lieutenant governor is a Republican. We already have the fucking state. Like, don't hand it over to the fucking Republicans.
But is Kentucky blue or red already though? During the last voting.
Well, it's blue because of the governor.
Yeah,
and that's what I would say. But well, the governor's one thing, but it's kind of like red, kind of purplish, but it's red.
So is it in play? Is my question. You know, do you think that it would be in play if it is in place? I would have thought that, you know, well, because I mean, Kentucky, I would have thought it was more red, but then again, you know, they do have the universities out there, so you know they have I don't know, dude. I'm gonna have to pull up maps for that shit now. You're making me do research, god damn it. But who else do you think would be a good? I mean, but it's got to be somebody who compliments her. You know, it's got to be somebody out of left field.
That's the thing, though. I don't. It's gonna be hard to like. She better not do nobody with last name fucking Clinton. I did find out that Mr. Barry O can be vice president. If Barry O was to sign up to be the vice president, it's over. You can't help it is completely over. If Barry O was like, fuck it, I'll do this shit, I'll be the vice president, it's over. It would be every.
You know, the sad part is that people will vote for him because he's black.
People will vote for listen, I like Barry O. Listen, I like him because he's black, but I like Barry O. Barry O and Bush were the last two, in my opinion, best presidents that we've had in my lifetime. And remember, I was under Reagan. I was born under Reagan. But Bush and Barry O were the best presidents in my lifetime so far.
What I don't
balance the budget.
What I don't think that he would take a step down like that, to be honest. You know, I don't think he would take a step down like that. Plus, he already knows the politics that come with it. His daughters are already at the age where they're probably going to have kids. He needs to just enjoy it. He's already a millionaire. He don't need to do it. You know what I'm saying? I think, honestly, to me, what it boils down to is foreign policy. And that's what my biggest worry is foreign policy, honestly. That's why I hope that I'm hoping that Tulsi.
What is your foreign policy? Your beliefs?
A lot of people call it isolationist. I call it worried about ourselves. You know, a NATO. Okay, let's talk NATO. Everybody pay up or we get the fuck out. Basically what Trump was doing before. All right. There's no need for us to start intervening into other fucking countries and dealing with them. You know, so found out that apparently, let's say for Ukraine example, they want to join NATO, right? Did you know that if they join NATO, that who do they get their armament from?
Talking about us and the rest of the NATO?
The NATO partners are supplied with U.S. armament. They have to have U.S. armament pretty much. So whose pockets are getting fat right there?
Defense contractors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So NATO is just a fucking money laundering scheme.
So,
And
do you
but
think
here's
that's creating American jobs though? Because
no,
they got to manufacture these weapons. They got to hire
they're
people.
already manufacturing them, dog. They're already being done. We need them for our fucking country. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna pay up. They're gonna the ones that are gonna get paid are the motherfuckers under BlackRock. But whew, don't get me started. I've been seeing some things on that. But fucking I believe in being non-interventionalist. You know, just stay out of it unless it's really like a genocidal type deal.
Well, that doesn't
And
make
what
sense
hmm?
because that doesn't make sense because of who we are. Because
Fuck that.
we,
Fuck that. Who
you
says we
say
gotta
fuck
keep being
that
that?
because that's how this just not under this administration. It's not under the previous administration. What you have to realize, what well, I shouldn't say that. What I want people to realize that are hearing this right now is that for far too long, to our own detriment, we have projected this image of strength and power. So
Mm-hmm.
now we have no choice but to keep it up. We have no choice but to be the interventionist. We have no choice but to be the international police, to be the big brother. Because for since World War II,
Mm-hmm.
after we dropped those atomic bombs, we have been seen as the bully on the block.
Yeah,
So
but now we're looked at as the bitch on the block.
no, we're not.
No, I'm not saying we are, but I'm saying that's how we're looked at. That's the perception. And again, regardless, we need to stay out of it. We need to stay out of it. Let fucking Ukraine and if the other European countries want to back them up. But that has nothing to do with us whatsoever.
It does
Nothing.
because leadership. America is
It
the
has.
leader
I
in the
don't give a
world.
fuck about Europe. I don't give a fuck about anything other than our continent.
But I
I
feel you. But
don't.
once again, when you were seen as the leader of the world, when you are a leader, you have to do something. You may
We ain't
not
no
want to
leaders
do
of no
something, but
world.
you have to lead. You have to lead the rest of the world.
Look how good
Would
we're
you
leading
not
out
lead?
in Israel right now. We're leading.
Yeah. And do I like it? Fuck no. But
That's
we
why we need
can't
to
pick
stay
and
out.
choose. We are the leaders of the world. We have to do it.
No, we don't. We could try to help negotiate treaties. But we don't have to get involved financially or militarily.
Then here's the problem. If that's the case, then we have to worry about getting money out of American politics, especially foreign money, especially
Fuck that.
APAC. APAC got to go. APAC controls a lot of what goes on in American politics.
Let me tell you something. You want to talk about money? Let's talk about money real quick. And just so y'all know, this is how conversations be happening on the gun line, in the real gun line. We talk from one topic to another topic. What's up,
Except
bro?
without the Dos Equis.
Unless it's nighttime. You know what I'm saying? At nighttime, that's when some of
That's when
the
the
adult
Chiefs
juices
corner
come out.
come out.
Chief juice. That's right. Nah, so I'll tell you what. Let's talk about money. You know what aggravates me? And it happened when after Donald Trump and the you know how there was like a record-setting donations that were given to Donald Trump recently, right? And then just overnight on Sunday to Monday, there was a record number of donations given to Kamala, right?
100 plus million, 121, I think.
You know what bothers me about that? Why can't we make those donations to help out our fucking veterans? Why can't we make that to help out our homeless? Why can't we do that to help out the impoverished of our country? But they
Because
want to make donations to all these politics, all these political figures that don't give two shits about them.
because you got to think about who is doing it. And when those people that are doing it, they're doing it because they have their own self-interest. They have policies that they want to push. So they're not doing this. They could give money to help out with the veterans, but the veterans are not going to push their policies and their agendas. That money is not going to be used to secure victories for their puppets, i.e., their congressmen, their senators, right? And those congressmen and senators, whether they be on the left or the right, are going to push. We can look at what happened with Jerry Nadler. I believe that's him over in fucking Jersey. The motherfucker just got convicted of like 14, 16, I think it's like 16 felonies. He's a Democrat. There were so many Democrats that were talking about, bro, you got to go. You need to resign. When he first got busted by the FBI, dude had like hundreds of thousands of dollars in his house stashed everywhere. He had some in the refrigerator in some boxes. He had gold bars. He had fucking money in his fucking U.S. Senator jacket. The motherfucker bribed him with his wife with a fucking Benz. His wife has a no-show job. like all different type of shit. And he
That
finally, this
motherfucker
is his
connected to
second
some
fucking
people.
time, and he finally
Yo,
got found guilty.
you know what's funny that you mentioned that as well is I was thinking about something right now as you were speaking of that chick, Cheetle. You know what's funny is yesterday they brought up her phone and encrypted, like encrypted messages and shit like that. She kind of got spooked, bro. And I think that also has to do with why she decided to just cut out. Because it looked like she got a little bit nervous, like, oh shit, I did send some messages that I may have not wanted to send. I did speak to people who I may not, want people to know about. Well, on her personal phone.
And that's
So,
stupid. There's no way me as a regular 13 Bravo, bro.
mm,
I'm not anymore. There are things that I know I'm not doing that I'm not putting on the fucking airwaves.
mm-hmm,
I'll be like, hey, come to my office. We need to talk.
right.
I'm gonna say that shit in public, and then like private, I'll say that shit. I'll tell you, come here. Then I'm a motherfucking. I don't care, man. I'm a paranoid motherfucker. Like I ain't gonna get too more into details, but I'm a
Mm-hmm,
paranoid motherfucker. I'll be like, yo, hey, come on, I need to see you wearing a wire. Like you think I'm crazy, but like,
mm,
and like I've asked people before, hey, listen, I am because if one party's privy to it, you can record. But if
mm-hmm.
one party's talking about no, I don't want to have my voice recorded, I don't consent to this shit, it's not admissible. And so,
Mm.
well,
It depends on the
yeah,
states.
it depends.
But
But
no, I know what you're saying though. I do know what you're saying. I mean,
yes,
I did a interview here with a first sergeant at the time who, he asked if he could go ahead and record. Like, hey, go ahead, dog. And I completely understood why. You know what I'm saying? Because he does not want to get hemmed up. It's just the wrong
if so,
edit of this comes
yeah,
out, and
somebody,
then he has his own like, nah, this is what I said in full context. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, if there's a snippet that's taken out of context, and he's
Exactly,
like,
man.
nope, yeah, but no, listen, you can't talk to people on the phone. You can't have those certain things cannot be said on email traffic,
Hmm.
even phone conversations, right? I got to meet you face to face. Like, and it's crazy that people didn't learn this from the fucking mob. What was going on with the mafia? How these motherfuckers kept getting busted on the wire. They had wiretaps everywhere. So no, man, listen. I'm going to tell you to meet me somewhere, so that
Right,
way I
right.
know that is at least not bugged.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It depends on what I'm discussing. I usually don't have conversations that include any kind of a sensitive nature.
No, but if I
But
know that I would. And here's the
yeah,
deal too. This is the smartest thing to do for anybody that's out there that's listening. If you feel that paranoid, right? And you feel that you got to have a conversation with somebody and you don't know if they're wearing a wire, have them meet you at a water park and both of y'all get in some fucking water.
yeah.
Like
I
this shit is
mean,
too fucking easy. Like I don't know if y'all think I'm a scumbag. Like yo, bro, what the fuck you hiding? But you know what I'm
but I don't
saying?
know, dog, because nowadays they got those shit that goes into your ears. So
Bro, you don't think I'm gonna give you one of them little hugs? Come on, man.
European hugs and
Yeah,
shit.
come on, man. Like I
No.
listen, when I listen, this is why I say I'm not a typical liberal. Because like, yo, I don't say I trust the government. I fuck with it, but I
Mhm,
don't trust it. Two, I do believe people need to be left alone.
mhm.
Three, I do believe that there should be some government intervention. You know what
At
I'm
some
saying?
things, yeah, there's got to be a government intervention to some
Four,
things.
like hey, listen, man, I like the Second Amendment.
I think we all do. I think we all care about the Second Amendment. Let's talk about let's start wrapping this up because it's been 33 minutes. And let's wrap it up with what's a good topic, Hunt? What's on your mind?
Look, I'm telling you, man, I just have a fear for this country. So when I say this, like, I know I'm gonna be okay. I
Hmm.
know me and mine are gonna be okay. I don't want the direction that some people want to take this country. You know, I fear the fact that one man potentially could have put six people on the Supreme Court. What do you mean by that? Well, we know the three that Trump originally put.
Hmm.
There are rumors that Samuel Alito, Clarence Thomas are going to step down. And then we don't know if John Roberts is going to step down. So he could potentially fill three more people. One person filling putting six Supreme Court justices on the bench.
What the fuck? All right. For some reason, I lost Hunt. What the hell just happened there? What happened?
I don't know. It keep going in and out. Listen, this is what happened when you start talking about shit and the government
for real, right?
And the government is like, yo, matter of fact, I need to go make sure I got my doors locked for these motherfuckers gonna kick this bitch
in. But no, I mean, it be like that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, you know, the courts, you just gotta have faith that they're gonna believe in the Constitution.
I lost my train of thought. I was going somewhere. I was finna land that plane, but I was going somewhere.
Yeah, you took too long lining up on that runway, dog. You were saying one person, 6 fucking justices. I'm sure it has to do with passing policy, or
I don't even remember. Listen, I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
You know, and that, for y'all that don't know, that's called TBI, traumatic brain injuries. It be like that sometimes.
Is it really? Like, I don't fucking know. Like,
bro, I ain't lying to you. Oh, Linda says she's still waiting for your autism test, to come back.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I'm telling you, I forget shit in a heartbeat unless I can like remember. Like, I'll fucking forget that shit in a heartbeat.
I tell you, man, it just trips me out though. People are so paranoid. The sky has been falling since 1980 with Reagan. And honestly, it's gonna be 4 more years of fucking having to hear about Trump, whether win or lose. It's gonna be 4 years of having to hear about him. You know what I'm saying?
Just like it's going to be scrutiny. If Trump wins, there's going to be people on the left that are scrutinized from day one, from the first time he gets in there, before all the pomp and parade is going on. He starts signing executive orders, and the news starts getting a hold of them. He signed executive order XYZ. This is what's going on right now. From that time until 4 years to January 20th, 2029, is going to be a shit show.
And whether or not Kamala wins or not, honestly, I only hope the best for our country. I honestly do. I'm not going to say like, it's going to be the end of the world. I'll say that I'm not going to like her policies. I think there's going to be a lot of infighting. That's the biggest thing I don't like. If there was still a government where they compromised, that'd be cool. But we're not we don't have a government that compromises anymore, huh?
Well,
all they do is fight each other.
Look what happened when fucking Mike Johnson tried to compromise. Fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene, batshit crazy ass, was like, retarded. I want to fucking vacate the speakership because he was willing to fucking compromise with the Democrats to keep the fucking government open so there wouldn't be a fucking shutdown.
Right. So again, it's all about getting to a compromise, and it's got to be both ways, because every time, no matter who's in power and the government's going to shut down, it's always the opposing factor, the opposing faction's fucking fault, So. And the one thing I don't like is when they start trying to pass bills with fucking those little add-ons to it. They can't just pass one clean bill. It's got to be a bill that they'll agree to if you add this into it and add that into it. And it's like, nah, dog, just
that's stupid on both sides.
Exactly, dog.
Get a fucking a straight yes or no clean
I don't
fucking
understand why they
bill.
don't do that. I don't understand why. You know what?
I'm running for Congress. I'm gonna move to Austin because Austin's a liberal. It's liberal as fuck. So,
boy, don't I know that shit.
I'm gonna move to Austin and be in that congressional district, and I'm gonna run. Listen, y'all hearing it first. I will run for Congress in Austin to be a congressional member. They're gonna have to adjust because I'm not cutting my hair. I'm not gonna let it get too wild, but
I'm going for that Corliss fucking Valerian look. So
yeah. I'm gonna run, and I promise the people that I have no problem working with conservatives. I have no problem working with my fellow.
You ain't gonna win, Hunt,
because I want to work with conservatives. I know.
No, you ain't gonna win because there may or may not be video of you out there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
There's a lot of videos of me fucking tore up from my younger days, from my private days.
Well, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying that could be
used against me.
You could be used against you, but for you. You could look for a new career in
I know. Listen,
in other industries.
If a man is gonna, that's just locker room talk. That's just locker room videos.
Exactly. I'm with you. You got my vote. You got my vote. You know what I'm saying? But we've said too many crazy things on here too that I'll tell you what. Before we go, I know what we close it on. Conspiracy theories. Biden is not among us. What have you heard?
Yeah, man. Like I can't stand Alex Jones. I was scrolling through Twitter this morning, and he was talking about it, and he did make predictions before it happened that he was gonna vacate, that he was not run anymore. And I'm talking about like weeks before. He's like, listen, he's gonna drop out the race. He's gonna drop out, and it just so came true. And then he was showing pictures of Biden's signature, and then what we seen on that letter Sunday. He was like, listen, look, these are the signatures. They don't fucking add up. And I understand that people's signatures change, right? No one
Yeah.
has the exact same signature day in, day out, day in, day out,
Mm-hmm.
right? But they really weren't even close. And then I seen a video where when Biden got off Air Force One, I believe that was Saturday whenever he returned to Delaware or whatever. And what they didn't show you was motherfuckers literally trying to help this motherfucker into the beast. And there was other people talking about like how he was supposed to go to a hospital in Nevada, but they canceled it, and he was supposed to go to Johns Hopkins.
So, New York Times, far right spreads baseless claims about Biden's whereabouts. Many conspiracy theorists and far right commentators are spreading doubts that President Biden is alive after he posted a letter on Sunday resigning from the presidential campaign. The theory is baseless. Mr. Biden, who learned that he had COVID on July 17th, has been in isolation, called into a campaign event for. Anybody who heard that campaign event, let me know if you really think that's his voice, because he doesn't sound that clear and competent on his best days.
Go back and look what she said. She almost had a Freudian slip. Well, she did have a Freudian slip.
Did she?
Yes, she said, "You're still on record, live or something like that." She had to change it up. She changed that up real quick before she finished saying it was a recording.
And and then like there was like 1,000 messages that came out. What was it on Friday on his Twitter account, and it was just like, dude, what was it? No, it was on Thursday or Friday. There were like a bunch of fucking tweets that came out from him. Like, first of all, we know it's not him. You know what I'm saying? We know it's not him that tweets. But all I'm saying is, I'm trying to find a picture of.
I feel bad. Honestly and truly, I feel bad because the guy is 81 years old. Bro, you've had over 30 years, well over 30 years, with civil service to this country. No one, listen, good, bad, or indifferent, you did 30 plus years of civil service to this country. No one can take away from it. I mean, we may not like your policies. We may not agree with some of the shit that you said on the floor. You have served your country in a capacity, plain and simple, right? And it's like, bro, go rest. Just fucking rest. And it's not just him. It's like I keep saying, everybody, y'all are 76, 77, 78 years old. Y'all are politicians. You have served your fucking country. Go fucking rest. We don't
They
need
don't want to. Yeah, they don't want to though. And again, up until we have like a fucking sweep of but they say it's ageism, because we don't want somebody. Nah, man. Exactly. It's ageism that you don't want somebody that's younger than 35 to run for office then.
No, so 35 has to be the president. That I can see. Because I think there's more. This is my hope.
Put a cap to it at the end of it as well then.
68. Matter of fact, I would say 65. So you have 30 years.
I go with 62. I got 62 because that way if you do 2 terms, you're out by 70.
No, I'm saying like, hey, listen, once you get 65, hey, you can't, this is it. This is the cutoff. And there is no more, hey, you're going to do eight years.
Right.
So you would be 69 years old and that's it. Now, hey, boom. Because even then, you can still be vibrant, but you're teetering on that edge.
And honestly, man, at that age, you should just be enjoying the last couple of years of your life, bro.
Yes. Fly fishing, enjoying grandkids, taking trips around the world.
Look at what fucking W did. W gave up the keys to the house and said, I'm out.
I'm about to start painting, motherfuckers.
That motherfucker became an artist,
Yeah.
I would love to go to the fucking the W's ranch and just have a talk with him. And just be like, you know what, Mr. President, I gotta give you credit. You weren't the most You weren't the most intelligent, articulate man, but goddamn it, you showed us some love. You would go out there to Iraq. You had shoes thrown at your ass, ducking and weaving and shit.
Bush wasn't a bad president. He just had bad advisors around him.
Well, he also had a bad time. I mean,
And he had a bad
9/11
vice
happened.
president.
Yeah, motherfucking Dick Cheney was. Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, Dick Cheney.
That was it. Bush had a bad vice president, and Bush had bad advisors around him. Bush, I have no problem with Bush. This is coming from a liberal. I actually love Bush. I voted against him twice, but I fucking love Bush. He was a good dude, man. All in all.
Yeah. So what do we think? Biden alive or dead?
We'll find out tomorrow at 8:00.
You think it's not going to be a clone? You think it won't be AI?
I don't think it's going to be AI.
You don't think it could have been AI that called in?
You know what is my fear? Well, my fear is that in the next, and I'm not wishing death upon nobody. I'm not. Let me get this straight. This is just my fear. I fear that he's going to take a turn for the worse, and he will unfortunately pass of natural causes in the White House. And once that happens, I do believe that it's going to garner even more sympathy and support for Kamala to keep taking over. I think that's going to overshadow what happened to Trump.
That already happened with him resigning. You know, it's almost like it was a fucking play out of the greatest playbook of the presidents all time. You know, oh, he got shot. All right, we got to do something bigger than that. Drop out. Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. Let's go ahead and bricker this shit and one up it.
You say go ahead and do
what? Bricker. You know, our boy Bricker.
Yeah.
He's a big one upper.
Oh.
So shots fired, Bricker. That's a cannon, baby. 105. But no,
that was fucking a mortar.
I just think that honestly, in my opinion, I wouldn't doubt. I'll just say I wouldn't doubt if he has passed on since that Friday. And due to COVID complications, even though that motherfucker had like every goddamn booster that got sent to him, I wouldn't doubt that he's dead, bro. And they're, you know, they prepped his body up and all that, and tonight he's gonna die. You know what I'm saying? It'll come out tonight. You know, the president of the United States, blah blah blah. What sucks though is that will make Kamala the 47th president, and I just don't want her to be president.
I'd say at least September. Like if he's alive past September, I would be surprised.
I will put this out though. Biden said from the get-go he was only going to be a one-term president. He said it from the fucking get-go. I don't know if people remember that or if that was a Mandela effect, but I remember that when he started running, that he was going to be a one-term president.
And then he should have kept to that in 2020, 2022, 2023. Even if
started looking for well, I think that his plan was to put Kamala to rise up, but I mean, he didn't really put Kamala in the best positions to make a name for herself, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know what a vice president's supposed to do. Listen, if I was a vice president, I'd be low key too. I don't want y'all to know what the fuck I listen. I'm about to sit in my office. I'm gonna have my PlayStation in that bitch. I'm gonna have my national security brief me every motherfucking morning. I'm gonna have my cooler full of fucking Dos Equis. And then I'm gonna have lunch with the goddamn president once a week. I'm gonna have my advisors come and talk to me, and I'll be like, all right, man, what we doing this weekend?
All right. So you know what? I think I'm gonna put it in field artillery terms. All right. I'm gonna put it in field artillery terms so that we all those that have been on the gun line will be there. Your platoon sergeant, your smoke is the president. The vice president is your gunny. All right.
That's it.
Ash and trash, baby.
Hey, I'll be gunny. What am I supposed to? Oh, shit, I gotta show up. All right. Let me lay the guns and lay down. Fuck it.
Right. Hey, you go out, you go to the Popeye Alpha and fucking get everything set up. Take your advanced party. Speaking about advanced parties, that whole advanced party that went to Butler, Pennsylvania needs to be fired immediately.
I think everybody, to include the snipers, everybody needs to be fired.
Relieved. Yep. Immediately.
And this is what I don't like. Okay, so I don't know if it's true or not because, you know, I haven't seen it. But if the lady actually did want to have 30% of, and I know this is a Republican talking point, but if she honestly wanted to have 30% of the Secret Service women, like we need to revamp that. We should not do that. It should be who is qualified. There are some women out there that are fucking beasts, that are fucking animals. And they, from their hard work, their dedication, them doing that, they deserve to be there because they're fucking animals.
Facts.
The shorty that was like, no, get your ass back and girl, go the fuck on somewhere.
Go back to planning. Go back to mapping shit. I'll tell you what. I keep telling people there are some beasts of women out there. I'll give you an example. Smith.
Hey, Staff
Shout out Staff Sergeant Ashley Smith.
And
this
he got
is
drunk
a
to do
beast
it.
of
And
a
he slammed
woman.
that fucking hat. He spiked the fucking assault.
Yeah, he did, dog. She got to fucking get pinned by Gronkowski.
Like,
that's
how
awesome
fucking crazy
shit,
is that?
You know, I'm proud of her. Shout out to Smith if you ever get to watch this. You know, shout out to you. I've been a big supporter of you for a long time. You know that, even though we disagree about females on the gun line and stuff like that, but I always say I support. You know what I'm saying? I support you since you're there, but I don't want you there. But anywho, with that, a shout out. She's a big ass broad. I don't have any doubt that she would take a bullet for a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Bro, like, once again, like, I have seen dudes. So when I was an instructor, and I know we're going off, man, and you wanted to wrap
up. It's good, baby. Come on.
Bro, when I was an instructor for bowling, I seen grown ass men struggle. So it was 30 minutes. You had to put 15 rounds inside the honeycombs. And what we did, we took the honeycombs out of the cat and we put it on the side, against, like, you know, the fence, right? And so everybody had to do it. 15 minutes, put them in, pretty much 15 minutes to take them out. So you had 30 minutes in total. There were grown men struggling to put them fucking things in and take them out and had to do a retrain. And it was on the clock. And it was, hey, listen, if you got
how many rounds?
15.
Only 15 rounds.
15 in, 15
We used to have to combat load that shit in less than that time.
Yes, and bro, that's what I'm saying. There were grown men that couldn't do the shit. And there were women, there were grown men that could. There were women that had to go get a second time go. And there were women that were fucking just throwing them bitches in there. You know what I'm saying? So women can, but like it's a slippery slope. There's motherfucker there. I got an argument yesterday with a motherfucker on my live.
About what?
Because he got mad because he was like, yeah, Kamala's gonna be the first black woman and this, that, and the third. I was like, bro, keep in mind, me and this dude are mutuals. And I was like, bro, stop. I was like, yo, stop it. Stop it. I was like, bro, you're pandering. I got it. Yes, technically she's a black woman, right? Because she's Jamaican and Indian, but I get into that later. And then I'm like, okay, we got it. That's not the sole reason why I'm voting for her. I'm voting for her because I cannot stand the alternative. Right. I don't want the alternative. That's why. And I was like, when you make this persona about, oh, she's gonna be this, that, and the third, shut the fuck up. The dude didn't like it, and so I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. This is me. I'm gonna say what the fuck. Y'all, you know, I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say.
I know. Hey, what's going on, Roland? Today's topic's been all over the place. The last thing we were talking about was political wise. There's rumors and conspiracies saying that Joe Biden may be in the
afterlife,
other realm, if you will. I'm trying to watch what I say, because next thing I know, you know, I'll have a fucking FBI agents at my door. So, right? Shit, I don't need that, dog. I don't need that. But no, I mean, rumors are, we've been talking about so far why Kamala Harris would be good for the presidency. What Hunt couldn't come up with one except that it won't be Trump.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing. So so yeah, what's going on, Roland? How you doing, dog? What is on your mind? What do you want to talk about, Roland? Talk to me, because Hunt, I don't know if he's gonna stay on with me much longer, but what's on your mind? Oh, now that I know that happens. Who is ready for a Kamala Harris presidency? I know I'm not ready for it. I don't want to see it, because if it does, this country's basically gonna go. Oh my gosh. My son's over here. Hey, Pop. You can't come on here, okay? So, anyways.
Don't worry about it. I'm on my way back.
You good? He said, I'm curious about Project 2025. God damn it. You had to bring that up. Fucking hey.
Gary, I tell you what.
He brought it up, Hunt.
The next time we do this, we will completely.
He wants to
dive deep
know.
into Project 2025. We've been here an hour. So, Gary, this is a teaser. You have to come back and then bring people in here too. And we're going to dive deep into Project 2025. That will be the whole, if Lopez is cool with it, that will be the whole next thing.
If you're leaving, that sucks because I'm gonna go. I was gonna go into YouTube and pull up Project 2025 and have them explain it to me.
No, I wasn't gonna leave, but like we've already been here an hour, so we gotta tease them. No, we gotta tease them to come back.
I guess, yeah. Okay, he said he'll be here then. All right, we'll do it. All right, you want to do it tomorrow? Can you do it tomorrow?
I don't think I have shit going on. The only thing I got, like I know between.
I don't want to get into your kids' times. That's why I'm trying to do it earlier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But at least about 8 to about 11, I'll be asleep because I wake up in the morning and I gotta do.
So yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow, Roland. Kramer, what's up, Chief? I'm just listening and eating lunch. Hey, this pool was 100 and worse with you, Hunt.
Kramer, hey Kramer, listen, I need you to type in here real quick. What brigade were you in? Were you a battered bastard of Bastogne? Were you a battered bastard of Bastogne? Come on, Kramer, which one were you? You better not say no goddamn Rocket Sons, Chief. I'm not an admin, but you get kicked up. I'm not a mod. Get him the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out of here, yo. Yeah, get him the fuck out of here. Whose man is this? Goddamn Rocket Son.
Oh shit. Under Colonel Steele.
Fuck no. So you got there around the 2004, 2005 time frame, if not a little bit later. Colonel Mike Steele, if y'all don't know who that is the Mike Steele from Black Hawk Down. That's who he's talking about. And that is the guy that was handing out K-bars to people that had confirmed, and he was, fuck that. That's the crazy motherfucker.
He was in the 3rd or 320th.
Yeah, I was in the 2nd 320th before they renamed it. Bastogne, baby. 1st Brigade, the best brigade and the best division of the United States motherfucking Army.
So, did you know that at one time 101st Division was anti-black?
Yeah.
But yet you still represent them, right?
I know a president that was anti-black, and I still I know a country that was anti-black, and I still serve the country.
There you go. No, what I was just trying to prove. I was trying to get to a point like, yeah, you can't fucking accept our flag.
Guess who else was a great 101st soldier?
Who that?
Jimmy motherfucking Hendrix.
Oh, word?
Yep, he was a motherfucking 101st soldier, man.
Hey, hon, as long as I wasn't calf country, LM.
Yeah, I know, right? So he should know. Kramer should know that, like, I don't know what it is. 2nd Brigade is just like
y'all go ahead and talk. I'm gonna get my coffee.
Yeah. So 2nd Brigade is pretty much like they're the Black Hearts, right? 2nd Brigade, okay, guys, y'all are cool, but I don't know what the fuck it is. 1st Brigade, 3rd Brigade, constantly butted fucking heads. Like I remember being a brand new fucking private, and everybody's like, "Yeah, man, fuck Rocket Sons." So I'm like, "Yeah, man, fuck them motherfuckers, man. Who are they?" You know what I'm saying? And then what happened was, so I got there in late 2002, in November of 2002, when I first got to Fort Campbell, and so I guess the Rocket Sons had just came back from a deployment in Afghanistan. So that may be part of the reason why motherfuckers were like, "Man, fuck the Rocket Sons." You know what I'm saying? So I remember, getting some tussles with the Rocket Sons and shit, man. But goddamn Rocket Sons.
Well, you know who was?
I don't know if it was that, but I know he got a lot of trouble.
Whoa!
I don't know if it was that, but
I don't know if that's just a black thing though, because I mean, well, that's just the Army thing. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I mean,
shit. I hate to say this, and once again, I know I'm gonna sound like a conspiracist, but I hope what I believe is not true. I think, and I hope this is not true, that Biden is going to succumb to illnesses, to no fault of his own, and I hate that.
Well, you know what I'm worried about, honestly. Now that we're talking about this, is Cheeto. That Cheeto might get Epstein.
I don't think she will. I think that she's going to be able to ride out since she left. I think she's going to be able to ride out her stuff in peace as long as she doesn't make waves. If she starts making waves, the minute she makes one little wave, I think it's over.
See, I think that I'm telling you, the way that she looked when they started asking her about encrypted applications on her phone and if she's used them, like she kind of like that. Oh fuck, look, and
Man, them shits is
that's why I
good.
think well, she might I wouldn't doubt seeing some kind of a what's the word I'm looking for?
Clinton
Um
involvement. The Clintons might be involved.
right. you know, that maybe she got a message saying, "Hey, we need you to provide more security to Jill than old Donnie D."
She's gonna get an invite to go to the Clintons party, and then all of a sudden it's like
She
she
got
got
in
in a
an
car.
accident on the way there.
She got in a car accident on the way over there.
Hey, fellas, for real, I appreciate y'all being here. I think that is a good teaser. I mean, maybe we'll do it tonight. Do you want to do it live, or do you want to do a breakdown as a video, or
So
would you
we
rather
can
do it
ask,
live?
which one do you think would the public want more?
I
Because I'm
think
not
that.
gonna lie, like as soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna go hop back on MK1 to
Mhm.
see, like, because the server's down right now. The last DLC characters have just came out, so the server's crashed. I'm gonna hop back on real quick to see if they're up. I gotta get some practice in, man, before I play my son. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I'm
I feel
saying?
you on that. I finally bowed down and bought fucking Modern Warfare 3. I
I
didn't
haven't
want
done
to.
it.
I
You know
bowed.
what I wanted to buy?
Mm.
NCAA 25. NCAA 25.
Is it WNBA type shit or what?
No, it's for the football.
Mm, mm.
I wanted to buy it. I think I might buy it.
I don't know. I haven't played fucking Madden since back in. I haven't played Madden, bro, since back in '05, bro. When
Since we were deployed, yes. Same with me. I have not played them games since we were deployed. Just
guarantee you that smoke fucking Norway everybody has
it
boys.
was fun. You had
It
people,
was.
y'all was in the rooms, you had your downtime, you just came from mission. So you're relaxing, you're playing football, talking shit with
Yep.
your team. It was a good fucking time to be alive.
I try telling people, man, that deployment was some of the most peaceful times that I think we had. Yeah, I would say I try to tell people, look, war, in my experience, is 95% boredom with 5% chaos. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Because
not what
95%
you
of the
see.
time we're just chilling, barbecuing, fucking grilling. But then you have those days where you get fucked up, and
It's
it
not
is
what
what
you
it
see
is.
on TV. It really
It's
is.
not it's not an everyday fucking firefight.
Is it gonna happen? Yeah, it happens. It
Mhm.
does sometimes. And then sometimes you can go lucky without having one single firefight. The whole fucking deployment.
And those are the motherfuckers that go and expand on their service to the country
Yeah.
and say they're
No, because
combat
in
veterans.
the 08, 09 deployment, I don't think anybody got in a firefight. No, matter of fact, there was a little something small that kind of happened. I don't think it was a full blown firefight, but there was some
Mhm.
activity that happened. But it was nothing like where you see on the fucking movies where debris and asphalt is falling on everybody.
The one firefight that we got into out there in Mosul that I remember the most was when we got hit um, on Route Toyota. We were coming out of this fucking hospital where we were helping them build like a heart center in there. We were there for 4 fucking hours, dog. 4 hours. We were asking to get fucking blasted.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
he's just
Because
hanging
we
around
were
that bitch.
inside the hospital compound, right? And then on the way out, you go onto Route Toyota to make a right, and there's on the left hand side, there's like a market. So, anyways, while we're in this little area, I fucked around and I had like $10 cash. So I went to the falafel guy and I got us some falafels. I mean, I'm talking about the whole platoon, though. We all were eating falafels. And on this mission, we just happened to have the command sergeant major on this mission. Command sergeant major Dang. The Dang is what we called him. Anywho, little short motherfucker. He was crazy. Light fighter. Anywho, Vietnamese. Just gonna throw that out there. But fucking what's crazy is the dude that ended up fucking throwing that motherfucking RKG3 at us,
Yeah,
he had walked right by us, man. I
early.
did. It's crazy because I was out there eating my falafel, and I didn't. It kind of hit me, but I didn't put it together because he was wearing like a sweater, kind of like a loose fitting sweater. But I mean, to me, it's Iraq. Motherfuckers are poor. They're gonna wear what they can. You know what I'm saying? But I saw him walking, and he walked right by our fucking by our MRAPs. Didn't do anything, right? So, anyways, we were there for hours, like I said. But I was in charge of the dismount. So that was my crew, the dismount crew, right? So as we're coming out, man, the first truck turned, the second truck turned. I want to say it was the third truck. I want to say it was the third or the fourth. I can't remember exactly which one. But I remember I was walking out and I was walking on the driver's side of the MRAPs. And I was looking out because during this time, it was in 010 or 2010. So we got rid of the whole 100-meter bubble that we were supposed to have. You know how we used to be able to push them away and like keep them away. Well, they told us we couldn't do that anymore because it was Operation New Dawn. Well, no, it wasn't New Dawn yet. It was still OIF.
Yeah, New Dawn was me when I came in
September. But fucking no, what ended up happening was like, because I was trying to keep these motherfuckers away from us, but there was some Jersey barriers and there was an alley, and the motherfucker was right there by the Jersey barrier, the same guy that I saw in the sweater, and I didn't connect it until afterward, bro. But we're walking and I saw the motherfucker, and he's looking at, he's seeing us pull out, and he's holding a green bag. I didn't know it was in that green bag. I really wish I would have known, but I saw him and I looked at him. I'm walking with my weapon. Thankfully, Smoke Pounds, he had the idea of like, hey, everybody who is a soldier, dismount. We're all dismounting, and that included him. So he got out and he took the tail of the convoy, as they were all turning in.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker, as soon as I turned in front of my MRAP walking, I was about to get ready on the mic to tell him drop ramp. As I was getting ready to do this, I saw my medic coming out, and I told him, hey, get over here. You're going to get inside already because we're getting ready to load up, right? If that motherfucker would have waited just 10 seconds, 15 seconds longer, he would have caught us really good. All I hear was the boom. That motherfucker hit the truck right behind me. So I'm standing like it was between my MRAP and the MRAP right here behind. The grenade hits right there. Boom. Concussion blasts me forward. I fall down. I get back up. All of a sudden, you hear fucking Smoke, the one that said everybody get out. Mm-hmm. He catches that motherfucker. So, and everybody, I'm talking about when I say everybody, Hunt, I mean everybody. We all just raise up our fucking weapons. The 240s. The 240s, dog. Everybody is letting off in this one little condensed area where it's an alley. Right to the Jersey barrier and the alley. So him and his buddy were running through the alley. My fucking gunner, he's just letting loose on that fucking 240 Bravo. It's funny because my Smoke was like, I don't know what the fuck Remy was shooting at. I mean, he shot up the walls.
Yeah, fucking hey, listen, everybody get it.
Every dog, him and his homeboy. I remember seeing that fool through my ACOG as he was coming down. Like, I may or may not have pulled the trigger, but anyways, I'm looking down through the ACOG, and next thing I see is just him go and just fall down, right? And then, anyways, the other fool takes off. So I'm like, cease fire, cease fire, cease fire. Motherfucker, but I tell you, dog, the whole smell of just fucking wolf pussy all over the place, from the firefight, adrenaline kicking, and then fucking I had
going on your end?
Huh?
Is it still going on your end?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what ended up happening, dog, was fucking like I said, I was a dismounted CO. So I got my crew and I was like, hey, get over here, you get over here. I started stationing everybody where they belonged, right? I got them all there, and I run up to the fucking Haji that we just took out. That motherfucker's doing the dead fish on the floor. Just like, shaking and baking. Motherfucker, man. That motherfucker's face got blown off right here. He had holes all, his booty hole was bleeding. And let's see who it is. Hey, what's going on, cuz? See, Cult TV podcast, they had the American Cholo. It was dope. Yeah, dog, I called into them, actually. I was one of the last callers. That motherfucker went hard. But so what ended up happening was like his face was all blown up. This motherfucker's cell phone started ringing. All right. So me getting paranoid because, I hear cell phones, I think automatically IEDs. But my terp, I was going to tell him, hey, man, answer that shit and tell him I didn't make it, dog. Cancel Christmas for me. Anyways, but I thought it was going to be funny. But here's what pisses me off. I don't even know where this whole story came from, but I guess maybe I need to let it out. What pisses me off about that story, though, we had the IP with us that day. And for those that don't know, IP is Iraqi police. They were with us that day. Guess where they were at during this little incident that occurred?
In the back.
Disappeared. These motherfuckers disappeared. IP disappears, and then IA.
Is the shooting still going on for you?
Huh?
The shooting still going on?
No, we stopped shooting already at that time.
Oh, no. So I'm talking about like the noise that you got in the background.
Oh, that's my son, man. Let me turn that down.
No, like the little.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you talking about the. Wait, are you talking about like that noise?
Yeah.
No, I turned it off. Why, is it still going on your end?
Yeah, it was still going on for me. I guess because I had a call.
Oh, shit. I didn't know, dog. My bad. I wonder.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I didn't go. But so what ended up happening was this motherfucker in that green bag, because the IPs took off, but the IAs came afterwards. The IAs are Iraqi army, for those that don't know. They came back, and that motherfucker was right there dying. Like I said, doing the that little fucking fish out of water, and motherfucking he had another grenade in that fucking bag, bro. So what ends up happening? My platoon sergeant, remember I told you he made the call of everybody get out. That saved his life. Saved his life because the grenade, it was an RKG-3, which is a fucking anti-tank grenade. What it does is, for those that don't know, it has a parachute on it. That way you throw it up, the parachute stabilizes up and down, then it just falls straight down. So what ended up happening was they take off the fucking parachute on this, and they fucking basically
lob that bitch.
Yeah, they lob it, or they fucking like fastball that motherfucker. What ends up happening? This guy, he lobbed it. It hit the fucking turret, like between the gunner and right in front of the gunner's hatch. So it hit right there, right in the middle of the fucking the cabin, right? The driver's seat cabin, or the driver compartment.
Yeah.
The shrapnel hit my homeboy Hicks. His whole face was peppered. Like peppered. If he didn't wear his eye pro, he'd be blind. The slug that it releases straight through the motherfucking seat of smoke seat.
Damn.
That shit went straight. I'm talking about Hunt. You could see where it would have fucking just sliced him right dead center. And I was like, God damn, Smoke, you are one lucky motherfucker you made that call, because you would be dead right now. You know what I'm saying? And man, I still talk to my Smoke this time. You know, he made first sergeant and all that good stuff. I don't know where I was going with this story, and I don't know how it popped up, but
TBI.
I appreciate y'all letting me talk about it. For Call of Duty fans, the stick grenade. It's not a sticky grenade, dog. Nowhere near.
I think what he's talking about is that German one that they used to have back in the day, where you got.
Oh, that's the potato masher.
Yeah, I think that maybe that's what I was thinking. But yeah, man, like fucking. So we were talking about how like war is not what everybody sees on TV. Like,
oh yeah.
So I remember in OIF 1, I remember having to turn that 240 Bravo loose on 3 kids, and that kind of fucked me up. Right? Because they threw something at us that went pop, and like I just swung to my left, and like I could have done the worst, but because I heard it pop, and I was just all of a sudden just like I made sure it was over their head. I was wanting to steer them, right? So I was like over their head. I remember my chief, Sergeant Afala, he was on the ground. We were in Missoula, and this is 2003, and we were trying to do something. I don't know what the fuck we were doing, and then Sergeant Afala was Sergeant Afala. So if some shit happened, if I heard some shit, I'd be like, okay, that's just Sergeant Afala busting off a warning shot. So I remember, where he's standing, and I see some shit kick up. And so he gets back in the fucking truck, and he's like, did you see who tried to shoot me? I was like, what? I was like, I thought that was you. He was like, no, someone tried to shoot me, man.
Oh, shit.
And then it's like, I remember we were at the Hatra ruins, I believe it was, and they were starting to shoot at us. And I was on the guard duty shift for that night, because the people that was really on, it was Breckenridge, myself, Yanez, and Harris. Or no, it may have been Walker. It was either Walker or Harris. And so we took shifts, and they were started shooting at us one night from the city. And Chief came up there where I'm at. He's like, man, let that bitch go. And so I was like, hey, right or wrong, it's gone, man. I can't get these bitches back. So I just, that 240.
Oh, shit. Sanchez up in this bitch.
Oh, shit. Dirty Sanchez.
I'll tell you what. I don't know if these NCOs nowadays will have their soldiers' backs as our NCOs had our backs and as we had our soldiers' backs. I hope that they do. I really do hope that they do, because if shit goes down where they have to go, I would hope that they do. I mean, I'm telling you, I'll go back to Sergeant Juarez from the get-go. He said he had my back. Like, if you got to shoot, shoot. I got your back. But what really turned me off, like, I think a lot of people got turned off, though, from shooting, was every time I had a fucking incident, I had to go and fucking, and talk to a goddamn major. Mine do if they got F up. All right, hey, if not, they get fucked up. Okay, I got you, Sanchez. You're talking about his soldiers and NCOs. Yeah. I feel you. But every time I shot, and it was funny because I mean, even Smoke Norwood was tired of it. Every time that I had a fucking firing incident where I shot at somebody, we had to go and do an SIR.
That's the only thing I didn't like about the hierarchy of the chain of command of
Yeah.
277. It's like even fucking like I got it, man. Discipline, discipline, discipline. And then you got to look at where both of them came from. They were brag babies.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I got it. How y'all are about discipline, this, that, and the third. I love Captain Kimball to death. He's one of the few officers that I
No
would
idea who
follow.
that is.
So he was our battery commander in OIF 1.
Oh, okay,
And
gotcha.
man, this man was like, when I tell you, like when the change of command happened, he took us on our last run, right? Like the day before. And he gave us another speech. And man, when I tell you motherfuckers were crying, and this is after we came back from Iraq.
Yeah.
This is how dope this motherfucker was. He did not play about us. You had a captain. Tell me how many captains have you seen that told a soldier, get your ass to sleep, I'm taking your guard watch.
Wow.
And he
Not
was like,
many.
yo, don't make me pull rank. Go to sleep. And this is during OIF 1.
Fuck.
Took Brooklyn. He was like, Brooklyn, go to sleep. I got this shit. And Brooklyn was like, sir, I can do this, sir. He was like, hey, no, I'm the captain. I'm telling you, I'm taking this shit. There was an incident that happened at Nasiriyah when we were guarding there. Right. So we had to guard Nasiriyah right after we left Najaf. And that was the first time we ever seen a AHA, if you will, blow up during that deployment, because we seen it a lot for the rest of that deployment. You know what I'm saying? We seen a lot. So two families, they were fighting inside of this little AHA area, and it started blowing up. And what did Captain Kimball do? This joker took the 249, and started just marching toward that motherfucker, him with his driver.
God damn.
Yes, this motherfucker was a badass. He was a Ranger too. Had a Ranger tab. Captain Kimball was the fucking truth.
You know, it's a trip how there are some folks that I think are just made for leading as officers, just make excellent officers. What the fuck? I never had a captain do that. I had an LT take gunner hatch at times. I would have never let my officer LTs in my gunner's hatch. That was my hatch. But I'll tell you what. In Iraq, in Mosul, no, was it? Yeah, was it Mosul? Yeah, in Mosul. In Mosul, when I was under First Sergeant Amaral and Captain Martin, these motherfuckers went out there and filled motherfucking sandbags with us. I don't know if people understand how hard it is to fill sandbags and how tiring that shit can be.
In that 100+ degree heat.
Exactly. Especially in the motherfucking summertime. Oh no, this was in Afghanistan. That's what it was. That was out in Ganbury. Yeah. I'm telling you, it seemed like there was this never-ending pile of fucking sand, bro. Never-ending pile of sand. So is it Captain Martin? I want to say his name Martin. It had to be Martin. Was that his first name or last name? I can't even remember, dog, but yeah, let's see. See y'all later. Sanchez says see y'all later because I'm in a meeting, Hunt. We need to do lunch or dinner.
Let's schedule it. If you can do it, we can do it around the 1st or so, man. But Kramer, Captain Kimball, he was with 1st Brigade, bro.
Damn.
Balls of the Eagles, baby. 2nd Battalion, 320 Field Artillery. 1st Brigade.
You know, some motherfuckers got a butt hurt when we got to Afghanistan because in JAF, our phone in the A-lock, it said balls, which came from there. Yeah. People that didn't know, they were like, what do they mean balls? Like,
balls of the eagle, baby. Balls of the motherfucking eagle.
Hey, y'all got a rendezvous with destiny, right?
Yeah. Our strength and courage strikes a spark that will always make man free. Assault right down through the skies of blue. Keep your eye on the job till you're done. We're the soldiers of the 101st. We will fight till the battle's won. Air assault.
Okay. I mean, then y'all should take that airborne tab off and put air assault. I'm the top of the rock, but you're nuts of the eagle. I guess is that what they said to y'all? I don't know.
Rock
I don't know. I keep I've heard nothing but Rockason's got shit on by every brigade out there.
Kramer, I'm pretty sure you're a good dude. No offense to you, but fuck Rockasons.
Hey man, we'll go a few more minutes if you're cool with it. Man, we went all over the place with this one, man. And I think we're on a good note.
Yeah. Then we go a few more minutes. I got to start getting ready to cook, and then I got to start getting ready to take this piss. Can't wait for Thursday. I'm gonna go
What
see
you,
Deadpool versus Wolverine.
man? I want to go watch it, but I'm gonna have to wait because I'm a baller on a budget, and this weekend we're going camping. So
Hey, that takes pressure.
I'd rather save. Yeah, worst comes to worst, I'll just slap do the trailer there, and we'll just go because we're gonna be out there in
Yeah,
Georgetown.
yeah.
We'll just take off, leave the kids up in that motherfucking trailer. Hey, y'all stay here. We out.
Yeah, get some Wi-Fi in there, and then they can be stuck to their phones. Fucking Wi-Fi.
Bro, and that's the cool thing that so far everywhere we've gone, there is like Wi-Fi access. So like after we go swimming and shit like that, and we're just resting inside the fucking in the trailer, I put my phone as a hotspot, and that way like we can watch Netflix, which my son for some reason wants to always watch that movie fucking Home. All right, Kramer, honestly, and Hunt would probably agree as much shit as Rakasan takes. 502nd is the worst because of the infamous incident.
Yeah, there was an incident that happened where some of them, like, kind of like some people. But yeah, man, 50 Deuce. Like, yeah, like I said, 50 Deuce, nobody, the only thing that 50 Deuce has a claim to fame is that they're the ones that got Uday and Kusei back in 2003. Saddam's sons. That's it. That is it.
Gary Rowland, y'all ever go skinny dipping?
Hey, yo. What goes on the gun line stays on the gun line.
Hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I guess how can I say this? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever gone skinny dipping, dog. I'm too scared that my brown anaconda might get mixed up.
we gotta have, if you don't mind, we need to just have like so people can understand what's going on, Austin. We need to do one of these where we can tell just like laid back stories of our time while we were deployed, so people can understand that it's not.
Okay, see now you're diving into a Hunt's realm right here. I'm just gonna say that.
Gary, listen, I don't know where you're going with this guy.
I got a dad bod, so I go chunky dunking now. Man, this gun line conversation turned into a real gun line conversation now.
Not anything, but yeah. So we need to have a conversation where we can talk about fun, positive times that we've had while deployed, because there are a shit ton of them. There's a shit ton of funny stories that we can tell that were fucking fun.
I can't remember them. That's my problem. I can't remember them.
I can remember a lot, and this is like I can remember fun shit we did in 2003. Like I can remember being just like a greedy bastard, and I bought all. So when we were at the Hatra Hotel, right? Because this is where Captain Kimball took guard for Brooklyn.
Okay.
Right outside the thing, he took guard one night, and I'm talking. This was in the winter, and if y'all been in Iraq in the winter, you know it's fucking cold.
Mm-hmm.
And so he took guard for him one night, and then like I remember, like we were at the hotel. They actually had a hotel that we stayed in that the battalion occupied, and we would switch between all three batteries. So we had the Hatra. So it was the Hatra Hotel, the city of Hatra, and then you had Jaguar North and South, not too far from that, and then you also had the Hatra ruins that were right around the same area that we were all responsible for at that time. And so every time that they would come in, because they would like have, they'd bring us food and everything, I would make sure that I had money from finance. And I would buy all the Snickers candy bars, like the whole fucking box. I just buy that bitch and keep that shit to myself, man.
You mother.
I'm dead ass, man, greedy as fuck. I was like, I'm taking the
Did you sell them to other people?
Fuck no, I ate all them shits. I ate all them shits. Nah. Like I can tell another story. Bro, I'm a greedy motherfucker. I'll tell this one last story and I'm shut the fuck up. This is funny. So on my third deployment, 0809, we wound up moving to Fob Hunter. Fob Hunter was close to like the Iran, I think, border.
Okay.
And we would get supplies every once in a while. And so around that time, I was working in battalion.
I was gonna say you a Blue Falcon, dog.
The bluest of fucking Falcons.
Come on.
The bluest of Falcons. I bought all them shits. So around that time, right, we were just like having like whatever the MKT meal, not MKT meals, but they would feed us or whatever. We really wouldn't get supplied like that. And one time we got supplied. And so they would try to break it down to where HHB, Alpha Bravo, and Golf got their fair shit. And keep in mind, we're in the desert. We're in the middle of nowhere, really.
Mm-hmm.
And they had hot pockets that came in, right?
Mm.
Bro, I smashed 3 of them hot pockets so fuck. I swear I smashed 3 of them bitches in 5 minutes. Like I'm so crazy. That's the Blue Falcon shit, bro. I smashed 3 of them bitches in like 5
Oh
minutes.
my god. Oh, Kramer said fucking log packs sucked.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know what? The only funny story I can remember right now, and we'll end it up on this one.
Yeah.
And this is the only funny story I can remember right now because I don't remember many of them unless I'm talking to somebody like when I'm talking with Kowalczyk or somebody that we were there together, and he'll remind me of something, right? So I just remember this one time we were getting ready to go on mission. All right, left my ass off. Didn't taste a single one because they were so hot too.
I didn't even fuck them shits up.
So during our deployment, when we went out there in 0506, a lot of motherfucking cats. Well, it was hot. It was fucking hot out there, and so they wanted us to start putting salt in our water to retain water so we don't dehydrate, right? So Smoke Norwood and his infinite
wisdom.
Yeah, infinite wisdom says, I want you soldiers to start putting salt in your water, and I'm gonna taste it to make sure there's water in there. Bro, I bullshit you not, dog. Smoke Norwood, he's like, we doing guard mount. Everybody line up. So we all lined up in front of the fucking Humvees, dog. And he's like, let me see your water. So he pulls out the water. And I think it was Cruz. He grabs the water from Cruz, opens it, and pours the water in his hand. And he's like, I don't see no salt in here. It's like smoke. It's dissolved. Smoke didn't realize that salt dissolves in water, dog. I love you, Smoke Norwood. I hope you ain't catching this, dog, but god damn.
Tank can probably catch it.
Oh my god. But what tripped me out, dog. So I think Thrill Kill did this one. Thrill Kill, like, fuck that. Smoke want me to put salt in there. That motherfucker over salted his water. So Smoke grabbed it and drank some of it. I just walked away, dog. Smoke Norwood, man. I love you, Smoke Norwood. I love you to death, dog. But Jesus H. Christ, he made it too. He's like, if I wasn't just a PFC back then, I would have been clowning the shit out of Smoke, dog.
Yeah.
But another one of my favorites, dog. See, now they're coming back. He asked Lieutenant Sandersola, RPL.
Yeah.
Captain Sandersola afterwards. He went and asked him, hey, sir, where Italians come from? And he's like, well, because for those that don't know, Captain Sandersola, he was from New York. Like, I'm talking about New York, straight New Yorker. And he's like, well, we got them in Brooklyn, we got them at the Bronx, we got them in Manhattan. He's like, no, but where they from? Like, originally. PL looked at him, he's like, Italy, Smoke. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, Smoke, you're killing me. And my favorite, and I'm sorry, I'll have to end it with this one since we still got 2 minutes. I'll end it with this one. And you know this story. For those that don't know, we got a very close friend named Kowalczyk. All right.
Hey,
now, Kowalczyk, Smoke Norwood was never able to pronounce his name correctly. He always called him Kowalski, Kawasaki, or Special K. All right. So one day while we're having conversations out there, getting ready to roll out on mission, you're like, hey, Kowalski, well, you Russian, right? He's like, nah, Smoke, I'm Polish. Smoke says, well, where Polsha at?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dog.
See, this is why BU and Kowalczyk have to get together. Like I said, have the soups, the cigars. Oh yeah. And fucking
that motherfucker said, where Polsha at?
Yeah.
Like, next to Russia Smoke. He's like, well, there you go, you Russian.
Yeah, you Russian, right? Yes, yeah, I guess. I am today, Smoke. Fuck it. I don't want to lose the rank I have on my chest.
For real, dog. All right, I had a Puerto Rican Smoke, and I used to fuck with him. and ask him every day, "Are you from New York, Florida? Are you Puerto Rican?" He would smoke my ass every time while laughing. I guess, man, I didn't like getting smoked by my motherfucking by my chief or my smokes. All right. We'll end it on that note, y'all.
So
Thank
yeah,
y'all for
next
fucking
time,
interacting.
next time, let's sit around and just have conversations about good times in Iraq,
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
And
Well,
then everybody can chime in, or y'all can request to come up too. If y'all are in here and y'all know them, request to come up here and talk
facts.
about your fun times in Iraq, in the fucking military. If you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do it. If you haven't subscribed to the On the Gun Line at TikTok, make sure you do it. Tell your friends to come in here that are veterans, and we are going to just have a good time telling fucking stories, right?
We are. We are. So next time we come on here, well, tomorrow's episode is definitely going to be we're going to do Project 2025. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. I'll probably do a TikTok about it, and that way we could discuss it tomorrow. Are you going to be good tomorrow around noonish?
Yeah. I shouldn't have shit going on.
All right, so we'll go. Look, for those that are in here right now, we'll go for tomorrow at noon. We'll go ahead and do a live about Project 2025, what it is, the fear mongering that's going on, and we'll dispel the rumors. I don't know much about it, so I can't talk about it, but I know enough to know that to me it sounds like fear mongering. And what I'll do is I'll try to find a video that either talks about it and dispels the rumors, because most of them are going to be like, just hyperbolic, if that's the word. Motherfuckers are gonna be exaggerating shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Make sure you bring the fucking Rocket Sons on, because he says he's game. So bring Rocket Sons.
Oh yeah, Kramer is special.
Yeah,
let's just
bring
say
the
that
Rocket Son on.
He was a super specialist. I think he saw private 3 or 4 times.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, Kramer, listen. I loved Aerosol School so much, I went there 3 times.
Yes, sir. All right. With that said, man, I appreciate y'all hanging out here with us at the On the Gun Line podcast live. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks for tapping in.
Share with your friends and tell them about it.
4 times. God damn.
Share with your friends. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell that story tomorrow why I went 3 times. Share with your friends about this. Let them know. Send them the link to this so they can see it, and tell them to join tomorrow, especially your veteran friends, so everybody can come together as a veteran community, and we can fucking just laugh at all the crazy shit we did in Iraq or in country, right? Share with your friends so we can do this. All right. We gotta have veterans letting everybody see us veterans can get along with the silly shit we did and how we are better than these fucking college kids when it comes to partying.
Man, fuck them college kids. Fuck them kids. All right, fellas. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all on the next one. This is Lopez and Lee Hunt kicking it here, and we'll see you on the next one, y'all. Deuces.
Bye.
End stream. It's ending. I don't know if it's ended yet. It says it's ending.
About to piss.
All right, Chief. Be safe. Later.